Hello friends, today we will see how a chronic case has to be worked out in a detailed way with a step-by-step analysis. So those who have not watched the entire case taking audio, you can go to the links which is given under this video and you can click on that link to listen to the entire case taking audio. Now, we all know the importance of case taking. Once we have taken the case in detail, our half job is almost done. Now, the next task is to go for the analysis of the case which we have taken and to construct a proper totality before we go into the process of repertorization. Sometimes each and every statement made by the patient has to be analyzed from various possible angles to understand the mentality of the patient. So for this case analysis we will be only discussing on those symptoms which we have considered in our totality. So before we start friends, first of all let's listen to the present complaints of the patient. बताइए मैडम, वो हाथ में कुछ बता
हाँ,
रहा था।
ये मेरा
ये इधर ही है कि और कहीं पे भी है?
नहीं, यहाँ पे ये था तो मैंने वो एक कॉर्न का बैंडेड आता ना,
हाँ।
उसको लगा के फिर ये
बीच बीच में आता रहता है क्या?
हाँ, ये निकल गया था।
हाँ।
फिर अब ये एक की जगह अब दो आ रहा है।
तो वही प्रॉब्लम है, एक निकालो दो आएंगे, दो निकालो चार आएंगे। अगर अंदर दवाई खा के निकालना पड़ता है उसको।
ये एक ही था।
दर्द होता है?
कुछ नहीं होता है।
कुछ दर्द नहीं है।
हाँ, लेकिन ये खींच के निकालने की कोशिश करेंगे तो
ऐसे मत निकालिए उसको,
बट ये ऐसे दर्द देता है।
कितने दिन हो गया आके?
ये हो गया लगभग 6-7 महीना।
6-7 महीने से हैं।
हाँ, क्योंकि बैंडेड लगाओ तो ये निकल जाता है।
और कहीं है शरीर पे आपको?
नहीं, बस ये हाथ ही पे हो रहा है।
हाथ ही पे, इसी उंगली पे आया था पहले
ये वाला था।
हाँ।
फिर ये पूरा निकल गया था जड़ से।
फिर यहाँ पे भी है शायद, नहीं अभी?
हाँ, फिर ये निकल गया, 3 हो गया। उसके बाद फिर ये आया, फिर उसके बाद ये आया, फिर ये आया, फिर ये भी कुछ अभी रिसेंटली ये आना शुरू हुआ है। अभी एक की जगह 2 आ रहा है।
अच्छा, उसमें दर्द वगैरह कुछ नहीं होता?
नहीं, कुछ नहीं।
खुजली ऐसा
कुछ नहीं।
कुछ प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। Right, so patient is having multiple painless corns on her multiple fingers and she is having since last 6 or 7 months. So now in the earlier video that we shared related to disease ultimates, we have seen that whatever we see on the materialistic plane, they are the endings, they are the disease ultimates, and in homeopathy we don't prescribe based on the disease ultimate. We prescribe for the patient and not for his disease ultimate. We prescribe for the beginning and not for the ending. So whatever we see on the materialistic plane, those are nothing but the endings. So we will not consider these cons and we will consider only the symptoms that belongs to the patient, and then finally we will compare the selected remedies covering the disease ultimate or not. So we have listened to the present complaints of the patient. Let's go on to the next important symptoms that we have got from this case. Now if you have listened carefully, see, keen observation is also an important aspect of case taking. You have to observe a lot of things when you are speaking to the patient, like the way the patient is communicating with you, the tone in which the patient is speaking, the way of answering, gestures, facial expression. These are all the things that you need to observe. Now if you have clearly noticed in this case that although the patient was sitting under the fan, she was still perspiring, which was an observation. And notice that she was still perspiring even though she was sitting under the fan. So when I asked about her perspiration, you listen to this, how tactfully the question was framed so that we got all the required details as far as perspiration is concerned.
कि नहीं, मैं ये सब तो कुछ नहीं करूँगी। तो उन्होंने कहा फिर तो वो इसका मतलब पूरा फाइनल कोई इसका वो नहीं है, सॉल्यूशन नहीं है। आप लोग ये
पसीना फैन तेज करो, पसीना आ रहा है आपको?
उनको वैसे में भी स्वेटिंग
ज़्यादा आता है आपको?
मैं बहुत ज़्यादा स्वेट होती हूँ।
पूरा शरीर पे आता है? पूरे
शरीर पे आता है, सर से लेकर पूरा बॉडी में स्वेटिंग होती है।
इवन स्वेटिंग के कारण से सर पिंपल्स
ऑयली स्किन है आपका?
बहुत एक्सट्रीम ऑयली।
Keep in mind friends that the patients are not aware that these things are important for us to reach at a remedy. So they will not give much emphasis or importance of such symptoms. So our task becomes a little difficult to track out these details, because sometimes they are not bothered to disclose it. The same thing happened when it was asked about the desire of the patient. The initial first impression that the first reply that she gave was, "Oh, ऐसा तो नहीं, I eat everything, I take everything." But when a little bit more interrogation was done, just casually I had asked the patient, you people are Bengalis, and Bengalis usually have the habit of taking a lot of sweets. If she had just nodded and said, "Yes, I like sweets," then that would not have much importance, because it's quite common. And I have mounted that symptom upon the patient. It was provoked basically. She did not tell it by her own. So in that case, if she had just told that, "Okay, I like sweets," then that would not have had much importance. But when that was asked, look at what the reply we got.
खाने में क्या पसंद है आपको?
Oily food.
ऑयली फूड।
ऐसा कुछ नहीं, सब पसंद है।
बंगाली लोगों को ज्यादा मीठा खाते हैं ना आप लोग?
हाँ, मीठा मुझे बहुत पसंद है। मेरे को वही नहीं,
इसलिए सब बंगाली लोग इतना मीठा बोलते भी हैं। नहीं,
हाँ,
मेरे काफी दोस्त है बंगाल के।
मीठा चाहिए ही मुझे, दिन में एक बार।
अच्छा।
तो हमेशा घर पे, ऐसा नहीं है कि मार्केट का ही, घर पे भी मैं कोकोनट लड्डू या कुछ भी ऐसा बना के रख लेती हूँ। गार्लिक, ये सबसे, नॉन वेज से, सब चीज से एलर्जी, मतलब हर कुछ नहीं खा सकती थी मैं, पूरा वेज और सिर्फ लाइट फूड और सिर्फ मीठा।
अच्छा, मीठा फिर भी नहीं छोड़ेंगे? नहीं,
मीठा उस टाइम तो एक्सट्रीम हो गया था। टाइम पे तो ऑल टाइम मीठा खाने का मन करता था।
Now this shows the intensity of that symptom. Look at the way she is telling that at least once in a day, one time I need sweets. I can't be without that. So look at the intensity of that symptom, desire for sweets. That makes it an important symptom and qualifies itself to fit into our totality. So this will be our second symptom. First symptom we have taken profuse perspiration. Second symptom will be desire sweet. These two both are physical generalities, symptoms related to perspiration and desire for sweets. All desires, aversion, this comes under physical generals, and also the symptoms related to natural discharges, they are also physical generals. So perspiration, symptom related to perspiration, and symptom related to desire, both these are physical generalities. Now let's move on to the next important symptom of this case. Sometimes what happens is that many times patient tell us a lot of things, but we fail to correctly interpret the observed symptom, and then we end up selecting a wrong rubric, and then we end up selecting a wrong remedy as well, because our totality also goes wrong. So it is very important for us to ensure that we correctly interpret the patient's symptom and patient's feeling. Now listen to this statement made by the patient.
जब खाली टाइम मिलता है तो क्या करते हो आप? बातें
मम्मी से, सास से, मम्मी सास से, फ्रेंड्स से।
इनको टाइम नहीं देते क्या?
ये फोन उठाएंगे?
फोन से नहीं, डायरेक्ट तो जब रहते हैं ना।
डायरेक्ट तो कब रहते हैं? रात को 9:30 बजे के बाद आए, खाए, सो गए।
अच्छा, तो आपको टाइम नहीं देते?
सिर्फ छुट्टियों के दिन में भी फिर अगर टाइम मिले तो
फोन बजता है।
Now if you have listened, when it was asked to the patient, what do you usually do during your free time? Immediate answer we got was talking. Now if you go there and directly take talkative or loquacity, you will completely go wrong, because if you consider the whole case, although she said during free time she likes to talk, it is because she wants always somebody to talk to. That is, the inner feeling that is coming out from here is desire for company, not talkativeness. So if you take talkativeness here, you will go wrong. Here the rubric that we have to consider is desire for company. So the rubric will be mind, company, desire for. That will be the third rubric. Now company desire, it's a symptom that is related to will level. So emotional level, it's a symptom that is related to the will level of the patient. So it is a mental general. It is a mental general that belongs to the will level. Indeed, a very important symptom of the case, right? So it deserves to be placed on top. Now let's move on, friends, to the next symptom. When it was related to her menses, we got a very important symptom. Listen to this.
जब मेंसेस आते हैं आपको उस टाइम पे कुछ दिक्कत होती है और कोई कंप्लेंट? पेट में
सिर्फ दर्द, कमर दर्द, हाथ दर्द, पैर दर्द, उसके अलावा कोई दर्द, पेट में कोई दर्द नहीं होता।
कमर दर्द होता है, हाथ पैर दर्द होता है?
हाँ, ये कमर में, ये हाथ पैर, ये सब बस।
तो मेंसेस से पहले होता है कि कब होता है?
मेंसेस के पहले भी होता है, और मेंसेस के पहले मुझे वॉमिटिंग सा फीलिंग होता है, तो भी समझ में आता है कि अब
आने वाला है।
आ रहा है। हाँ।
Now here, if you take vomiting before menses, you will go wrong. because she did not say that she vomits before menses. She said that vomiting's a feeling, that is nausea. So the rubric here that we will consider is nausea before menses. We will go and look at it in the stomach chapter, stomach, nausea, menses before. That is the rubric. Next rubric, again symptom related to natural discharge. It is a physical generality. So far we have got 4 symptoms: profuse perspiration, then we have got company desire for sweets, and the fourth one is nausea before menses. Let's move on to the next symptom related to her memory. When it was asked, we got a very important symptom as well. Listen to this.
कुछ और बताना छूट तो नहीं गया ना मैडम?
नहीं
भूलने वूलने की आदत है? मेमोरी कैसा है?
मेमोरी मेरा बहुत खराब है।
खराब है
मतलब भूलने की आदत, मतलब कि से कोई रट्टा वाली चीजें मुझसे नहीं होती, लॉजिकल वाली। अब मैथ्स प्रॉब्लम्स कर दो वो सब में से हो जाएंगी, बट अगर आप मुझे सोशल स्टडी की बुक दे दो, हिस्ट्री की, और बोलो इसे याद कर लो, तो फिर हो गया। वो कब याद होगा मुझे नहीं पता। अगर याद हो भी गया तो सन तो मैं पक्का भूल जाऊंगी।
Now, she don't have any problem in remembering or doing the mathematical calculation. It is only those things which she has read, she cannot remember it. If you just go for forgetful or weakness of memory, your output may not be of that quality, the totality may not go perfectly well, because for this particular situation we have a specific rubric in the Kent's property: mind, memory, weakness of, read for what has. So that is the rubric that we are going to take here: mind, memory, weakness of, read for what has. Let's move on to the next symptom, friends. When it was asked about her daily routine and the work, we got some interesting information. Listen to this.
ज्यादा काम नहीं होता, मतलब काम मतलब कि जितना जरूरी है उतना होता है,
ज्यादा काम नहीं
ये
होता है।
ज्यादा मतलब ये ज्यादा उल्टा पल्टा काम नहीं होता है मुझसे, ज्यादा एक्सट्रीम ओवर ऑल टाइम। अभी भी मुझे वो हॉस्टल वाली ही आदत है, मतलब
हॉस्टल में तो सब आराम से टेबल पे आ जाता है ना।
हाँ, तो वैसे ही
तो घर में भी आप अकेले ही हो तो काम ज्यादा करवाए नहीं होंगे घर पे आपसे।
बट घर पे नहीं, घर पे तो जब तक स्कूलिंग था तो कुछ नहीं, ग्रेजुएशन से मैं बाहर हूँ।
हाँ।
तो उस टाइम फिर अपने हिसाब से चलता था, खाना बना ले, किचन का
तो
काम
आपको शादी से पहले खाना बनाने की आदत थी?
हाँ, मेरे को बहुत बचपन से थी, क्लास 7-8 से मैं खाना बनाती
अच्छा।
हूँ। मुझे खाना बनाना बहुत अच्छा लगता है।
बाकी सब काम में दिक्कत होती है।
हाँ, मुझे ये डेली मुझसे
तो जो आपका जो
डेली पोछना, क्लीनिंग, ये सब डेली नहीं हो सकता। कभी कभार मन किया तो कर लिया, वरना यही करते हैं।
तो ये मतलब आप जो काम होता है घर के, दोनों शेयर करके बांट के करते हो कि कैसा है?
क्लीनिंग का
हाँ, जो भी
डेली
है।
का मैं करती हूँ, जैसे झाड़ू पोछा डेली का मैं करती हूँ,
और कपड़े वपड़े धोने का
डेली मैं करती हूँ।
वो आप करते हो। तो फिर और क्या बच गया काम?
नहीं, जैसे ये होता है ना, घर एकदम क्लीन रखना, प्रॉपर,
हाँ।
मतलब बेड एकदम प्रॉपर होना चाहिए।
हाँ।
इसके खिलौने पड़े हैं तो पड़े ही हैं, वैसा नहीं होना चाहिए। नहीं, पड़े हैं, जब मेरा मन करेगा मैं ठीक।
Now this clearly indicates that the patient doesn't want to do extra work other than what she is supposed to do. She is bound to do. There are some work which a lady is bound to do. There is no option for that. But those things which are optional, she don't want to get into that. So which means that there is a feeling of laziness in her. Laziness. That will be the rubric that will be applied here. Mind, indolence, aversion to work. That is the rubric that we are going to take here. And let's now move on to the final rubric of this totality related to her thermals. It's quite clear. Have a look at this.
तो यहाँ का मौसम पसंद आ रहा है आपको कि जगह का?
बहुत तकलीफ है गर्मी
वो
में।
गर्मी में वो
क्योंकि
तकलीफ
गर्मी
है।
एकदम बर्दाश्त
अभी बारिश कैसी थी 2 दिन पहले?
बारिश में तो अच्छा था, तो एक कल तक भी अच्छा था, कल
हाँ।
भी इतनी गर्मी नहीं लग रही थी, फिर रात को थोड़ी सी गर्मी लग रही थी, फिर पानी गिरने लगा।
यूजुअली गर्मी से ज्यादा तकलीफ होती है क्या?
हाँ, गर्मी बर्दाश्त नहीं होती है बिल्कुल भी। ठंड और ये सब बरसात सब ठीक है, पर गर्मी, ह्यूमिडिटी, ये सब बहुत प्रॉब्लम है।
क्या प्रॉब्लम होता है? कि पिंपल्स का?
पिंपल्स का नहीं, थोड़ा सा अजीब लगता है, स्वेटिंग होती है और अजीब सा लगता है, घबराहट सी होती है।
अच्छा।
गर्मी में।
So now we have our totality ready. Now let's see how we are going to rearrange it according to the classification and importance, and how we are going to repertorize this case. As you can see that once the repertorization is done, it's quite clear and evident that lycopodium is covering the almost the entire totality. Have a look at this. Lycopodium is covering almost all the entire totality, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to blindly go with the lycopodium because it has got the highest mark. The final selection is always done keeping in mind the Materia Medica. So you have got these three top remedies. So you have to go back to the Materia Medica and read these three remedies. But to rule out lycopodium, you need a very strong reason because lycopodium is covering almost all the symptoms. So that seems to be fitting in as a perfect totality. And to rule out lycopodium and go for any other remedy, you need to have a very strong reason. However, in this case, after consulting the Materia Medica, it will be quite evident that lycopodium seems to be fitting in. So we will go with lycopodium in this case. Now, we have not considered the disease ultimate. Let's cross check whether this lycopodium is covering the disease ultimate or not. Now you can see that this is a screenshot taken from Ken's repertory. You can see that under the rubric cons, lycopodium is covering that in first grade +3 marks. So this is the real beauty of working out a case in accordance with literature, friend. It gives wonderful results in your practice, and this patient was cured in just 3 or 4 months time. So basically, see, I don't want you all to believe blindly whatever I am saying, but I am just trying to guide you with what the actual procedure is to work out a chronic case. If you work out each and every case in this way, of course, it's not easy. It takes a lot of time, and hence Hahnemann has said in the footnote of 148 aphorism 6th edition that reaching at a simillimum is a laborious task. Sometimes very laborious. The simillimum won't fly into your mouth automatically without putting in any efforts from your end. You have to put in efforts, work hard to construct your totality, take out the rubrics, repertorize. Lot of hard work is involved. And this kind of hard work, if you are willing to do in each and every case, you will be able to see extraordinary results in your clinic. If you go after the shortcuts, the baseless tips, and the one-line prescriptions that these so-called experienced doctors are serving on social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, then you will end up only in surviving. Homeopaths are not born to just survive, friends. They are born to do something extraordinary in their life. The name, fame, earning, everything, each and every luxury the homeopath deserves to get, and he can get that only when he is doing justice to his patients, justice to his system, and justice to himself. So don't make a habit of running after your own ease, and don't allow anyone to misguide you under the name of clinical experience. These things doesn't work. This is the actual way to work out a case, and we will be showing you a lot of such cases worked out in such way, in this same way, and you will then realize how interesting, although not easy, but how interesting it is to work out a chronic case. And if everybody starts doing in this way, then it happens majority of the times that even they are working out individually on the same case, they will all reach at the same remedy. And that again justifies what Hahnemann has told, that in homeopathy there are no surrogates. So think over it, friends, and think about your future. You want to just survive, or you want to become an extraordinary doctor? That is in your hands. Thank you.